there is a file. I dragged the reference file over, convert, whatever, I don't care. I should have started my own 300 dots per inch file and do all this stuff, but my system is really old and it will crash, so I will not do that. So I'm going to go add some layers. So it says transparency, white, choose white for now. I'm covering that, so then I can lower that a little bit so you can see through that. And then it's funny, it shows so much. Okay, now let's go and let's change this to gray, actually. So let's try to change this to gray. Not like that. So I'm going to change the next layer to gray. How about that? Next layer, transparency. And I got a gray layer, and this is going to show the difference between choose opacity here. That way when we do, I'm going to do the white border layer right now. So transparency, okay. Now I'm going to select, so I grab the square selection tool. Alright, so now I'm going to select the image area. So now I'm going to go to select, invert. Alright, so now I'm not selecting this, I'm selecting outside. So now I can go and grab a giant brush, switch to white. Alright, so now I'm gonna use this these two buttons right here. They make it larger, so you press the one on the right. I don't know if you probably can't even see where it is. It is right there. See how it's getting bigger? Alright, make the brush size bigger. You can go to the settings, I like the shortcut there. Okay, now I want to make sure I got white. So I click here. Okay, and I'm going to hit shift. I'm going to hit here. I'm going to do all four corners, but I can't do that and hold this thing.
Try to hope it does.
Alright, now I did that. Now I could try to select here on the square thing. And now I'm going to try to track, just hypothetically, let's say this isn't somebody's copyrighted work and it's your work. Select some borders.
Sorry, here. Select over here, all the way down, right here.
Okay, now I'm going to zoom out here. Okay, now I'm going to go to the lasso tool, and hopefully it's fine. I will click this. I'm going to hit shift to click every single box there, there, and there, so I can select just the empty space. So I'm going to do that right now. Now that they're all selected, select, and go to border. Alright, I'm going to check and see how thick do we want these borders here. So I'm going to try and click 2 and see if 2 is good enough. So let's try that and see what 2 looks like. 2 looks a little bit on the skinny side, but let me zoom in real quick. I think it's alright, but my DPI is so bad that it's 2 gives you that much. So I'm going to go with 2 for now. I'm going to zoom out here. Click the zoom out button there. Now I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to use the change it to black here. Use the brush tool again, and now I'm going to select the borders. Alright, and I'm going to do that through everything. I'm going to hit shift, and it's going to make a straight line. I'm going to do that to everything. Done, I selected all that and painted it, so let's see what it looks like without it selected. Select none, is what I want. So now I want to look at these borders, make sure they're okay. Alright, look okay. Alright, now let's go to the lettering phase. So now let's go to select that A tool. Alright, make sure I got black as my main color. It should, when I click on the box here, I should click here, it should have it automatically, a new layer will pop here up. There. It'll show a new text font layer. So let's go and click here. Let's repeat what they're saying. Let's see, just to line it up. So let's see.
Assistance. Director.
Alright, now it's a period. So now let's go mess with the kerning and all that fun stuff. So looks a little small, so I'm gonna go over here and look at. Luckily, I've had digital BB strip. So if you want to change that font, do not go here. You have to go all over here and click on that to figure it out. So now that we have that, then we can kind of tweak it a little bit. So that's, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to make it bigger. And then the kerning, I think I selected negative over here, -8, that middle one. And so I'm going to play with that so you can see kind of what I did. So I don't know if you can see this, but now I'm going to hit negative, and you're going to see it kind of shrink down. So I just kind of did the other way. Oh wait, hold on. This is 0. That's 0. So it's kind of spread out. So let me condense it by hitting the -5, 6, 7, 6. Let's try it. 5. Let's go. I'm gonna hope for the best, and I'm gonna click over here on the plus tool and see if we can move this around if it looks decent enough. So if not, I have to make sure it's right there. The plus sign means you can move it. All right, it doesn't look too terrible. All right, so now we have to worry about the balloon. So we're gonna do a new layer over here. New balloon layer, transparency, right? Okay, cool. Now we have this layer that we're going to attempt to do the balloon on. So now we're going to use the path tool, which is this thing here. And this is the part that I'm having a little bit of trouble with, but I guess you can tap here. Maybe it's the tool. Oh, okay, design, that's what it was. Edit. You need to click it on design to start it. I think that's what it was. Okay, there we go. So click there. Yep, there we go. Get these nodes there. I'll make this node here. And go over here because this is going to be low behind it, whatever. Here. There. 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 But now we're going to go back to edit mode. Now we're going to switch. We're going to add this over here. You can kind of tweak these things to make it look a little bit more rounded. Tweak this one out here. Try to bend this one, make it a little nicer.
This one over here. No, I have to give you one. This one.
So now that we have that selected, now we're going to go to this one, I believe. Click on that. And this is your selection layer thing. Now we're going to click on the layer, and I'm going to right click, and now we're going to find, what is it? Path to selection. So now we have a selection there. Now we can go to select border. We're going to pray that 1 is enough, 2 is enough. It's probably not, so you have to increase your DPI, which is going to kill and crash my system, but I don't care. Okay, now that's that selected there. Let's go to the layer button here. Okay, now we're going to make sure we have a balloon layer. I'm not sure where I'm at here, so I'm going to add new layer anyway. Transparency, add the wonderful brush that's gigantic, it's on black, so now I can, oh, that's the wrong layer. I just did not want to load. I don't know why. Open it again. Now let's see if it'll work. Let's see. I'm gonna cry right now. If we're gonna be good. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Make sure I got the select the right color. That's what it was. Wonderful. GIMP decided to be not so wonderful. Okay, so select And this is way too thick, so that means you should have the DPI set lower because this is set to 2 and 1 is way too thin. So you're going to have to increase the DPI, which is going to crash my system because this is not vector. Anyway, so let's do that. Circle it around, and now I'm going to select off, select none, and now I'm going to switch to white here. And click on flood fill. Flood fill is that one. You can't tell because it's way too bright. And then I'm going to flood fill that. And there you go. Let's lower that to below the layer. So now it cuts off. I just dragged that to below this layer, which is the border layer. So there's kind of how you could do it. You could also like merge it all down. Merge down. Right click, merge down. And then I think since those two are merged, you can go to select, and then you can select the, if you wanted to take that out, you can select over here and take that out like that. And try not to delete your letters, which are probably not even on that layer. That's that. Let's make sure we can, let's just white it out. White it out. Let's click on the brush tool that you can't see because sometimes it's way too dark, the brush. And let's brush that out. Get that brush over there. There you go. Sorry, you probably missed it. I select that out. There you go. There's some ways that you can leather using GIMP. So there you go. Have fun trying to edit this. Hope you enjoy it, Randy. And the 14 other people that watch this. Thanks. Bye.